Welcome to Afropulse, where truth hits deep and silence is never an option. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe, because we're not afraid to tell the stories others avoid. Hit that notification bell and stay locked in, because what's happening in South Africa right now, it's shaking the very ground that power stands on. Julius Malema. Removed. Unexpectedly. The words hit like thunder. Across the continent and beyond, the news spread like wildfire. Julius Malema, fierce, fiery, fearless, removed from his position in what some are calling a political ambush. Some cheered. Some mourned. But everyone, and I mean everyone, felt the tremor. This wasn't just a parliamentary procedure. This wasn't just an internal party issue. This was a move soaked in tension, power, fear, and deep political calculation. Because Julius Malema is not just a South African politician. He's a symbol, a lightning rod, a walking, unapologetic challenge to the establishment. He speaks in the voice many try to silence. He names what others avoid. He doesn't care about approval ratings or Western applause. He cares about Africa. Land. Power. Youth. Ownership. And when someone like that gets removed, abruptly, quietly, or with backdoor theatrics, you have to ask, who benefits? Was this removal legal? Maybe. But was it political? Absolutely. The reactions came quickly and from every corner. Inside South Africa, opposition parties reacted with cautious statements. Some celebrated it as necessary discipline. Others labeled it as a dangerous precedent. The ANC, as always, danced around the fire, trying not to get burned. And the EFF? They exploded. Because let's be clear, Malema is not just the founder of the EFF. He is its spine, its breath, its storm. The EFF without Malema is not the same beast. And if the goal of this removal was to weaken that beast, then someone clearly doesn't understand what happens when you try to silence a revolutionary. They don't die. They multiply. Across Africa, youth leaders, activists, and thinkers are watching. Closely. Because Julius Malema has always spoken a language beyond borders. His fire resonates in Accra, in Nairobi, in Bamako. He speaks of Pan-Africanism, of self-determination, of land without apology. He's angry, yes, but that anger is not without direction. It's rooted in history, in stolen futures, in a continent that's still bleeding. And perhaps that's exactly why this removal happened. Because fire makes the powerful uncomfortable. Because people who don't bow get cut. Because revolution is beautiful until it enters parliament, and then suddenly, the system finds ways to remove it. But here's the twist. You cannot remove what people already carry in their spirit. Malema didn't rise because of political favors. He rose because he said what people were too afraid to say out loud. He rose because he told the youth they matter, that they own the future, that they deserve the land their ancestors died on. He rose because the system failed, and he was the answer many were looking for, even if they didn't always agree with him. And now that he's been removed, that message hasn't disappeared. It's gotten louder. It's echoing through social media, through the streets, through the minds of young Africans who are tired of politics as usual. It's become something the system can no longer control. Because when a man like Malema falls, his ideas don't fall with him. They rise. And if you think this removal is the end of Julius Malema, then you haven't been paying attention. This isn't a period. It's a comma. A pause before the next chapter. A sharpening of the blade. So where do we go from here? That depends on us. Will we watch this moment like just another scandal? Or will we recognize what's at stake? Because this isn't just about one man. It's about political freedom. It's about resistance being allowed a seat at the table. It's about whether voices that challenge the status quo are permitted to exist without being surgically removed under the guise of order. They didn't just remove Malema. They sent a message. But so can we. So if you're feeling this, if your heart is racing like mine is, if you know that truth doesn't come gift-wrapped, it comes raw, rough, and ready, hit that subscribe button right now. Comment below. What does this moment mean to you? Is Malema's removal the beginning of a bigger political crackdown? Or will it spark something new, something even more unstoppable? Let your voice be heard, because that's what they fear the most. This is Afropulse, and the pulse doesn't stop here. Stay loud. Stay ready. Stay woke.